Esta es la Unión
C'est l'Union européenne.
This is the European Union.
500 million people, 27 different countries, and one election.
1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
The EU's ad to encourage people to vote is Europe, can you hear me? Europe's citizens are among the most watched in the world. The continent has more video surveillance and CCTV cameras than anywhere else. So not only can they be heard, they can also be seen.
Despite such private intrusion into their lives and monitoring by Big Brother, the European taxpayer is being kept in the dark about the state of their banks being swept up in the financial crisis.
Yet it's the European taxpayer that will foot most of the bill for bailing out the banks.
Shedding light on the state of Europe's banks is like carrying out a covert operation, and this is due to the lack of transparency by governments.
In Greece, the cradle of democracy, government came to the bank's rescue to the tune of $35 billion. That's almost the equivalent of 10% of the whole economy, without explaining why to its own citizens. In Germany, because a confidential report from the country's regulator was leaked, Germans found out that their regional public banks were holding an astonishing $1.1 trillion in bad loans, which they will have to pay for.
And in Spain, banks are in serious trouble. That's because house prices have crashed, leaving banks holding on to lousy, worthless mortgage paper. So Spanish banks have asked the European Central Bank for $50 billion, which they've got. But that money comes from a pool of funds that belongs to all the ECB's members. Germany, because it's Europe's biggest economy, puts more money into that pool than any other country. And this is making some people say that this is a covert bailout of southern banks, such as those in Spain, underwritten by German and North European taxpayers. But is anyone telling them this? Well, this is in keeping with the European tradition of how economic policy is made and managed. It's mostly a private affair made by a very small group of people, an elite if you like. Take the European Central Bank. Unlike its American counterpart, the Federal Reserve, it doesn't publish any of its minutes. And it doesn't stop there. European institutions on the whole, unlike American ones, are less transparent and accountable about their decision-making process. And this economic crisis has truly revealed this fundamental flaw.